14th of 2020, right? So it's the weekend. Do you guys have plans to go anywhere for this weekend? Right, that's good. No, I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't thought about that far yet, but maybe I'll do something. I don't know. We'll see. Usually I never like to make plans because if I make plans, it doesn't work. So if I want to go, I do it. Yeah? Alright, so for session 1 today, we're going to be covering up Speaking Tutor 1A. Today's lesson is going to be easy for both sessions. Alright? So it's going to be easy. All you need to do is listen and follow the instructions and look at the page. Right? So today, in lesson session 1, we're going to be focusing on dialogue and practice about wetlands. We have already done that, right? And interview questions on page 106 and 107. Now, before we go to page 106 and 107, tell me what we've already done in our Speaking Tutor 1A so far. Do you remember? Right, so in our Speaking Tutor 1A so far, we did some lesson dialogue practice, right, about wetlands on page 104 and 105, correct? So we did some vocabulary checklist, we did the vocabulary review. You were asked to write sentences using the words in the box, looking at the pictures, describe the pictures. Okay, then we did some listening to the conversation about dialogue on page 105 about wetlands. Okay, so why you think wetlands is important, what is wetland is useful, okay? All right? And you answer some questions about related to the conversation or dialogue practice as well, right? Okay, so for this session, it's going to be going easy, quick, all right? Now, please open your book to page 106 and 107. Let's take a look at the first one. Now, for the first one, page 106, it's dialogue and practice wetlands. So it is your turn. Role play this dialogue with a buddy. Select different answers each time. Let's go through each one easily. All right, so the yellow one, it's yours, okay? So, what are you doing? So you're asking questions to a friend. What are you doing? So you can relate putting a name. The name is your choice. Okay, so the answers are 3 possible answers. I'm reading a book for science class. I'm reading a newspaper I'm reading a newspaper article for science class. I'm reading a website for science class. And the questions continue on. What is it about? What's it about? It's about glaciers, they're important. It's about coral reefs, they're important. It's about rainforests, they're important. Really? Why? Well, many fish live in coral reefs, and many plants and animals live in the rainforest. Glaciers are made of fresh water. How do they help the environment? Well, all the plants help keep our air clean. They provide homes for about 25% of all the animals in the ocean. They store the most fresh water on Earth. And then the last one, can I read that when you're done? No problem, of course, yeah. All right, so what it is that you need to, one person is going to interview. So for example, you're going to interview, role play with your buddy, not interview, role play with your buddy, okay? So like conversational basic skills. You've already done this before so many times in the previous sessions, in the previous lessons as well. So the yellow box is asking questions, all right? Put a person's name, and you can choose one possible answers out of the 3. And try and practice that yourself and see how it works. Sometimes, I know it's difficult to practice at home when you don't have a friend, or you don't have a sibling, or someone at home who can speak English, right? So that's okay. Try and role play yourself by yourself. It's not difficult, okay? And most of this you've already done them before, right? So that should be very easy, correct? Good. Now, for the next one, it's about interview questions on page 107. Have a look at the work exercise from 1 to 8. Now, what you need to do for this part of the exercise, you need to fill in the question words, then select an answer. You can also create an answer of your own if you wish. You've already done this before, so many times before, right? So, number 1, what are you doing? So you can choose out of 3 possible answers, or you can create your own answers, all right? So that is not difficult. You can create your own answers. So in the look at the circle, look at the oval colored words. We have what, can, do, when, what, why, who, and what. So because there's so many what, and there's possibly 8 questions, so you need to use each word very carefully to put in the blank. All right. But for the answer part, you can answer your own question. You can answer using your own answers to the questions, or you can choose the answers from the 3 possible answers that's given in blue. Okay? So that's not very, very, very difficult at all, correct? Good. All right, let's do 1, 2, 3 together. Ready? All right, number 1. What are you doing? So the 3 possible answers are, I'm reading a book, or studying for a test. Right now, I'm doing my homework. Number 2. Kind of book test homework is it? It's for English class, it's a history test, it's a true story. So what is the possible word answer from the oval colored word vocab would you choose to put in the blank? What, right? Okay, number 3. You have to do that now? You have to do that now? Yes, the test is tomorrow. No, not really. Well, I guess it could wait until tomorrow. All right? So, what would be the question that you can choose from the possible oval vocab words? We have do, can, what, why, who, when. Okay? Because what is already been used. You cannot use the same word twice. All right, it's do. Correct. Very good. Okay, so that was very easy. This is not very difficult, right? Okay, good. Well, this is all about practice dialogue and practice about wetlands interview. And I remember I was asking you to write about wetlands, right? About wetlands in Cambodia. Okay, good. All right, excellent. Well, there's not much for speaking Tutor 1A for session 1. Stick around and stay for session 2. Don't go away. See you in a bit. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.
From the top, let's go!
Alright, welcome back to session 2. Now for session 2, we're going to be covering up our Write and Write 1. Today's lesson is tips for better sentences and common mistakes on page 49. But before we go there, let's remind me of what you've already done so far in our Write and Write 1. Do you remember? Right, very good. So in our Write and Write 1, we've covered up grammar for writing using what? Will, right? So we did some basic will explanation. We did some be form to going will, going to. Okay, and then we also present progressive for future. So will is, what does will exactly means? Right, it's used for unplanned or prediction for future plans, right? Okay, so for example, I will go to the shop tomorrow. All right, so it's a plan. Will you be helping me this weekend? So it also could be a prediction or a plan as well. It could be possible that I will come and help you, but maybe, I'm not sure. Okay, so that's what you've done so far. You were also asked to create some sentences using will as well. You were asked to write some definitions about will as well, correct? Good. Alright, for today's class, please open your book to page 49. So remember, as I said to you before, this session, these 2 sessions for today's Friday class, is just about listening skills, okay? And follow and listen to some simple instructions and guidelines to the lesson, alright? Okay, so please open your book to page 49. Let's have a look at the first one, tips for better sentences. Remember, we've done it so many times about connecting words with and. Okay, so look at the box, the first box. I will open the letter. I will read it for you. So do you need the repetition of same word, of same sentence? No, so instead you will add an and. The answer would be, I will open the letter and read it for you. The next one, he is going to come. He is going to help us. Do we need a repetition for that part as well? No. So we can connect the two sentences by putting and. He is going to come and help us. Alright? So we can combine two verbs in the future tense using and to express that two actions will happen at the same time or in sequence. When we combine sentences, repeated words are left out. So will or be going to is used only once in a new sentence. Okay? So like the first two in the beginning, I will open the letter and read it for you. Instead of saying, I will open the letter, I will read it for you. Because there are two repetition words of will in that sentence, right? The next one, he is going to come, he is going to help us. So it would be, he is going to come and help us. So that's easy, right? So we can combine the two repetition sentence into one by adding an and, okay? To express that two actions will happen at the same time or in the sequence, right? So if the two things are describing about happening at the same time, you can combine the two sentences using what? Using and. Right. Have a look at the second one, common mistakes. What does common mistakes means? Well, common mistakes generally mean that people are generally making mistakes or something that, people generally make mistakes, in a sentence. Sometimes they get confused. Alright, let's look at the main verb missing. We will dinner soon. Is it correct that we say we will dinner soon? No. So possible correct answers would be we will have dinner soon, or we will serve dinner soon, or we will start dinner soon. We cannot say we will dinner soon. You need a verb, right? They will be happy is correct. Have a look at the next word. How would you complete that sentence? We will tired. Okay? So, she will tired. Is that correct to say she will tired? No, it's not correct. So you say she will be tired. Okay? The next one, he will a good friend. He will a good friend. It's wrong. So you can say he will be a good friend. He will be a good friend. The next one is talking about unnecessary be verb. So they will help us. It's wrong. Okay? They will be help us. You don't need the be form in there. You don't need to express the be verb in there. Okay? Instead, you can just write they will help us. They will help us. Alright. So the next two exercises will be part of your classwork or your homework. Okay? Then we have a short form error. What does that mean, a short form error? A short form error when you're writing a sentence, you're writing a word with a shorter form, so like cannot, and sometimes you forget to put apostrophe T, right? So, I won't wear a black dress. I won't wear a black dress. So what is missing in the word won't? It's missing an apostrophe T, okay? I won't wear a black dress, right? Okay, and the next one will be done for your homework or your classwork, okay? Right, all good. Well, like I said before, for this session, it's not going to be much because it's Friday. I don't want to go too long because, you all want to get some rest as well, okay? So that's all from me for you today. Have a great weekend. I'll see you soon for my next video. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your week, all right? Goodbye for now.